from the Brhadaranyaka Upanisad, which is presented in the form of a play, with each statement of the Upanishad being followed by an English translation. This play was performed early this year, 1988, in London by a class of 9-year-old boys from St. James's School. And on this tape, one of these boys is reciting the play from memory.
Om Paramatmane Namah. Atha Brhadaranyaka Upanisad, from the Brhadaranyaka Upanishad. King Jyotirayam Purusha. What is the light of man? Janakang Hawai Dehang Yajnavalkyo Jagama. The sage Yajnavalkya went to Janaka, emperor of Videha. Samene Navadishya iti. He thought that he would not speak. Adhaha Yajjanakascha Vaideho Yajnavalkyashchagnihotre Samudate. Yet once before, Janaka, emperor of Videha, had talked with Yajnavalkya about the Agnihotra sacrifice. Tasmaiha Yajnavalkyo Varandadao. And Yajnavalkya had granted Janaka a boon. Sahakama Prashnamewa Vavre Tang Hasmaidadao. Now Janaka chose that he might question Yajnavalkya as he pleased, and this he was granted. Tan Hasamra Deva Purvam Papracha. So the emperor first asked this question: Yajnavalkya, King Jyotirayam Purusha. Yajnavalkya, what is the light of man? Yajnavalkya said, Aditya Jyotish Samrat. The sun is his light, O emperor. Adityenai Vayam Jyotishaste Palyayate Karma Kurute Vipalyeti. By the light of the sun man sits, goes, works, and returns. Janaka said, Ewa me vaitad Yajnavalkya. That, O Yajnavalkya, is indeed so. Astamita aditye Yajnavalkya, King Jyotire Vayam Purusha. But when the sun has set, O Yajnavalkya, what then is the light of man? Yajnavalkya said, Chandrama eva Jyotir Bhavati. Then the moon becomes his light. Chandramasai Vayam Jyotishaste Palyayate Karma Kurute Vipalyeti. By that moonlight man sits, goes, works, and returns. Janaka said, Ewa me vaitad Yajnavalkya. That, O Yajnavalkya, is indeed so. Astamita aditye Yajnavalkya, Chandramasya stamite, King Jyotire Vayam Purusha. But when sun and moon have set, O Yajnavalkya, what then is the light of man? Yajnavalkya said, Agnire Vasya Jyotir Bhavati. Then fire is his light. Agninai Vayam Jyotishaste Palyayate Karma Kurute Vipalyeti. By the light of fire man sits, goes, works, and returns. Janaka said, Ewa me vaitad Yajnavalkya. That, O Yajnavalkya, is indeed so. Astamita aditye Yajnavalkya, Chandramasya stamite, Shantegnau, King Jyotire Vayam Purusha. But when sun and moon has set, O Yajnavalkya, and fire is dead, What then is the light of man? Yajnavalkya said, Vage vasya jyotir bhavati, is then his light. Vachai vayam jyotishaste palyayate karma kurute vipalyeti. By the light of speech, man sits, goes, works, and returns. Tasmad vaisam radapi yatra swahpaner na vinirjayate athayatra vagut charati upaivatatraniyeti. O Emperor, when a man cannot see his own hand, yet somewhere a voice speaks, there indeed will he go. Janaka said, Ewa me vaitad Yajnavalkya. That, O Yajnavalkya, is indeed so. Astamita aditye Yajnavalkya chandramasya stamite shantegnau shantayam vachi king jyotire vayam purusha. But when sun and moon have set, O Yajnavalkya, and when fire is out and speech has stopped, what then is the light of man? Yajnavalkya said, Atma vasya jyotir bhavati, self alone is his light. Atmanai vayam jyotishaste palyayate karma kurute vipalyeti. By the light of that self man sits, goes, works, and returns. Janaka said, Katama Atma, who amongst all is that self? Yajnavalkya said, Yoyam vijanamaya praneshu hridyanta jyotish purusha. He is the person in the heart, surrounded by the senses, the light within, knowledge itself. Aramamasya pashyanti natam pashyati kashchana. All see his play, but no one sees him. Janaka said, Aham bhagavate sahasrandadami. Lord, I give you 1,000 pieces of gold. Ata urdhva vimokshaya bruhi. Speak on for our liberation. Ena manushashasa Yajnavalkya. So then Yajnavalkya instructed further. Yajnavalkya said, Asango hyayam purusha. This self is unattached. Eko drashtadvaita. He is one, the witness, without a second. Eshasya parama gati. This is man's highest goal. Eshasya parama sampat. This is man's greatest wealth. Eshosya paramo lokah. This is his highest world. Eshosya parama ananda. This is his highest joy. Etadasyaivanandasyanyani bhutani matram upajivanti. Other creatures must live on only a morsel of this joy. Janaka said, Aham bhagavate sahasrandadami. Lord, I give you 1,000 pieces of gold. Ata urdhvam vimoksha yaiva bruhi. Speak further about liberation itself. Atraha Yajnavalkyo bibhayam shakara medhavi raja sarvepyo mantebhya udaraut siditi. At this, Yajnavalkya began to fear, thinking that the wise king was driving him to the limits of all his knowledge. Yajnavalkya said, Sawa ayamatma Brahma. This self is indeed Brahman, supreme spirit. Ehai vasantotha Vidmastadvayan Nacheda Vedir Mahati Venasti Yetad Viduram Ritaste Bhavahanti Adhetare Dukhame Vapiyanti. We may know this self even here, but without this knowledge there is great destruction. Who knows it becomes immortal. All others reap sorrow alone. Manasai vanudrashtaviyan nehananasti kinchana mrityosa mrityumapnoti yaihanane vapashyati. Tell the mind that there is but one. He who divides the one wanders from death to death. Ekadhaivalu drashtavyam etadaprameyam dhruvam viraja para akashad aja atmamahan dhruva. This self is to be realized as oneness, incomprehensible, unmoving, pure. It is finer than space, birthless, infinite, eternal. Sarvasya Vachi, Sarvasyeshanah, Sarvasyadhipati. Controller, Lord, ruler of all. Sanasadhuna karmana bhuyan, no eva sadhuna kaniyan. He grows not greater by good works, nor lessens through evil works. Esha sarveshvara, esha bhutadhipati, resha bhutapala. This is the Lord, governor, protector of all. Etameva viditva munir bhavati. Knowing this, one becomes a sage. Sa esha neti netyatma. This self is called not this, not that. Agrihyo nahi grihyate. Beyond perception it cannot be seen. Ashiryo nahi shiryate. Unfading, it never decays. Asango nahi sajyate. Not clinging, it has no attachment. Asitona vyatathena rishyate. Unfettered, it feels no pain and suffers no hurt. Evam which chanto danta uparatas titikshu samahito bhutva. He who knows it so, becoming still, self-controlled, detached, patient and collected. Atmanyevatmanam pashyati, sarvamatmanam pashyati. He sees that self in his own self. He sees all to be his own self. Nainam papma tarati, sarvam papmanam tarati. Evil does not overcome him. He overcomes all evil. Nainam papma tapati, sarvam papmanam tapati. Evil does not burn him. He consumes all evil. Vipapo virajo vijikitso brahmano bhavati. Free from evil, free from doubt, free from fault, he becomes a knower of Brahman. Esha Brahma Loka Samrat Enam Prapitosi. This is the world of spirit, O Emperor, and thou hast attained it. Janaka said, Aham Bhagavate Videhandadami Mam Chapi Sahadasyaya. Lord, I give you the kingdom of Videha, and myself also as thy servant. Yajnavalkya said, Sawa Esha Mahanaja Atma. Yea, this is indeed that great unborn self. Sawa Esha Mahanaja Atma Jaro Maro Mrito Bhayo Brahma. This is that great birthless self, undecaying, undying, immortal, fearless spirit. St. John said, Ein top hosta aled henon Hopotis de panta anthropon, erchomenon eston cosmon. That is the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. Abhayam vai Brahma, Abhayam hi vai Brahma bhavati ya eva Veda. Spirit is indeed fearless. Only he who knows himself becomes fearless spirit. Iti Brhadaranyaka Upanisad. Om Tat Sat.